So now, back to the topic. I want to get a couple of other sources before I grab these books. I also want to touch on demonology. Because they say, oh, King James wrote a book about demonology. You don't know what the hell it is because you never bought the book. Stop thinking you can get your education from memes.
Right.
You understand? It's ridiculous, man.
Sorry, sir.
Good?
Sorry, never mind.
Never mind. It says, now this is King James, once again, the 6th and the 1st. It says, the Episcopalian Moorish king, King James. Why does it keep naming all these different religions? Because there was, if you read this book is about nothing but religious reform in the life of King James. You understand? And how he was trying to unite his empire, and that what was tearing it apart was the different doctrines and everything like that. You understand? Primarily the Catholic Church. It says, now King James the 6th and the 1st Stuart was the son of Henry and Mary Stuart, whose bloodline stretched all the way back to the Scottish king Kenneth the Niger. He became the king of Scotland in 1567 to 1625 following the death of his mother Mary, and was chosen by his cousin Elizabeth of England to succeed her. You understand? The name Stuart derived from the Norse word swarthy, meaning black. I can't make it any more blatant. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many other books y'all want, but I'm gonna keep going. Good?
What's that book of the author?
What's up?
What's that book?
Same book that I gave you a minute ago.
Okay, Negro Rulers of Scotland.
All right. It says his name is the most well known of all the European kings, since he authorized the King James version of the Bible and named it after himself. His 6 feet, dark-skinned and big-nosed wife, Anne of Denmark, who praised her darkness and beauty of being black, became the mother of his 7 children. Some people say he had 8 children. Some people say he had 7. The reason being is because most of them died at a very young age. About only 3 of his children actually survived into adulthood. Once again, all those excerpts and images came from the Negro Rulers of Scotland and the British Isles by Dr. John L. Johnson. All right. Now, let's get a little bit more into King James. You understand? And it's now, you know what? I'm not going to go here yet. You understand? This is all the different bloodlines of the Scottish kings and rulers that were related to King James. You understand? So now, I'll give y'all a couple of things. It says the forgotten monarchy of Scotland, Prince Michael Stuart. The Stuart family maternal line in France was descended from the tribe of Judah. What's up?
Okay.
You had your hand up?
I just wanted the author.
This author is Elizabeth Caldwell Hirschman and Donald N. Yates.
What's the name of the book again?
When Scotland was Jewish.
That's somebody. And who's the other devil?
The who?
The other devil. The male. You said Elizabeth.
Donald N. Yates.
Donald N. Yates. Sorry.
You understand?
Done.
Now, once again, once I get through his family, then I want to clear up, you understand, some of the misconceptions about did he write the Bible, who wrote the Bible, translations of the Bible, was he a homosexual, so on and so forth.
Can you read that sentence again?
Which sentence?
The first sentence you wrote?
No swear. It says, this is the forgotten monarchy of Scotland, Prince Michael Stuart. It says, Michael Stuart puts the circumstances in rather straightforward manner in his narrative. The Stuart family maternal line in France was descended from the tribe of Judah. He believes his family is of Davidic ancestry, that is from King David, and he is therefore Jew by descent.
It said maternal.
Now, okay, once again, all he's saying is his mother's from the tribe of Judah. You understand?
Yes, but I know we're more concerned about his father.
We are. Is he in the truth? You understand? Originally named FitzAlan, the family took on the name of Stuart after serving as royal stewards to the Bruce dynasty of Scotland. Why? Because they were related to Bruce the Niger, Kenneth Bruce the Niger. You understand? By marrying the female heir of his king, Robert Bruce, in 1315. So now, This is where it starts to get into their family. You understand? It starts to let you know about their lineage, as we were explaining earlier, what they look like. So now,
Salakia.
go ahead.
And that was Prince Michael Stewart.
Correct.
Prince Michael Stewart married Bruce's
Now check this out. Now, I have to say Salakia in advance to Captain Tazaryak and Captain Mashak, not in that order, Captain Mashak and Captain Tazaryak, because I know how much they loathe DNA.
Right.
And I don't give a damn about DNA either. But for you blackity black folks who love DNA so much, this is the Stewart and Caldwell's. This is page 33. This is DNA and population studies. The Stewart donor scores match those of the Caldwell donors in the second wave of immigration. So we now move to discussion those Jews or crypto Jews who joined their correlationists in Scotland after 1300. What we term as the Stewart-Caldwell haplotype is the most frequent male haplotype on record for that time frame. You understand? It is widely distributed throughout Europe and America. It occurs most in ethnic populations. Let's find out which ethnic populations, including African American and Hispanics. According to DNA, King James is black. And the same DNA he has is found primarily in black and Hispanics in America.
It's like you're showing a haplogroup. I believe haplogroup derived from the Y chromosome, which even in science they say is something you only get from your father. Like there's some things that you only get from your father, that only come from your father.
Yeah, which just goes to show you how right the Bible is.
Right.
BAJO.
Salakia, and this is Scotland was Jewish.
This is when Scotland was Jewish. It even contains the DNA right here.
Oh, sure. Can I take a picture of that?
When I'm done, you could see all these books at the end. I got 40 minutes left and 5 more books.
And a quick side note, like if you look up haplogroups, there are only about like 18 of them, and there are only 18 nations. Like 18 different Y chromosomes.
You see what I'm saying?
Come
on, man. Listen, you tell me the Bible is not science?
Right.
Did they mention what's the blood type?
No, they don't mention the blood type. They're just talking about the haplogroup. So now, I'm going to name a couple of other families that were not only ruling at this time, but were intermarried into his family. This is the Campbells. You understand? It says his line was founded by the colorful crusader Black Colin Campbell, who received Glencory in 1432 from his father. Sir Duncan Campbell, the Campbells of Loudon, are descended from Sir Duncan Campbell, second son of the first Moor who married a Crawford in Lousdom. You understand now? It says the Campbell septs includes several with the appearance of Hebrew connections as well. It says the Gaelic word for Dubnin or Dubin, which means black or dark, such as the designation probably referred to the dark skin or complexion, as early portraits of the Campbells show them to have olive or tawny skin and dark hair and eyes. Meaning what? When you have olive skin, it's either green or black olives. Which one have you seen on earth?
Right.
You understand? I've never seen a green man.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
Maternal gathered from, I can't read that word either because all these words are from Denmark and Sweden and who the hell else knows. Genealogies illustrates that several Campbell lines in the American colonies had Hebrew naming patterns. So for example, as time went on, they adopted those traditions, and that's why they had the Hebrew in their names. Forbes. This is another family which intermarried with the Stewarts. The surnames Forbush, Farbush, or Forbus all appear to be alternative spellings of Forbes. We believe the family name originally was derived from the Moroccan. Now, once again, this is another term for what? Moor. You understand? Sephardic surname. Now, it also states that they were openly Jewish as well. So now, Douglas.
Salakia, what happened to a lot of these people during the Inquisition times? What has happened to them?
Okay, we'll get there during the Spanish Inquisition. I want to stick with England right now, all right? Douglas. The name Douglas means dark stranger in Gaelic, and many have originated it from the Mediterranean complexions of the family founders. You know anything about Mediterranean complexions? These are dark-skinned complexions. Let me ask you something. Where is Israel broadened into? The Mediterranean Sea. You understand? The Black Douglases, so named for their dark coloring, were the dominant forces on the border between England and Scotland from 1300 to 1455. You understand? Their family portraits attest to their ancestral Mediterranean physiology. How many other books do I got to read, y'all?
Right.
You understand? Okay.
When I was in prison, one of the Israelites told me that a lot of this information is written in Russian, Chinese, and Japanese. That's what I was trying to learn the language so I could find more information on it. They told me that's why it's hidden, and they told me that's why they have these books that cost $1,000, $5,000, because we can't afford it, so we can't find this history. That's why they jacked up the prices, and they wrote it in Russian, Chinese, and Japanese. It said some places in Sanskrit, they told me.
Okay, now that's a fact. And that's why, if this tape goes out, anybody watching this, y'all should buy these books tonight.
Right.
Y'all should buy every single one of these books tonight, because I promise you, once they go out, every single one of these books are going to get jacked up. Just like, once again, the Russian icons and the icons, I got those for $90 a piece. That Russian icon is $7,000 on Amazon. Y'all think I'm lying? Go look it up.
Exactly, and they also told me, when this was in '93, they told me if I were to attempt to get these books, they told me I will be under surveillance because I'm getting these books.
If you come inside this school, you're a domestic terrorist.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like I like straight up and down. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like they probably got me on the FBI walls pinned up somewhere right about here.
Wow.
You understand? Commander General YAHANNA at the top. All right. So that's just how it goes. That's why I don't know if you sidebar. I don't know if you even noticed. You understand? When white people are shooting up country western concerts, they turn around and say that the real enemy is black identity extremists.
Right.
What would the I.S.U.P.K be considered?
Right.
A black identity extremist. You understand? Like, brother, let me tell you something. You come inside here, you understand? Like welcome to your phone being tapped. You understand? You try to leave the country, the FBI is coming to your door to want to know why you're leaving. You understand? So on and so forth. If you're scared, go to church.
No,
Right.
yeah.
All right,
I
I'm
was
making
telling my
sure.
brother about the dream that I was being followed and I'm being tapped. This is the dream I had last year. And now he's telling me this. I'm like, wow, it's just my mind's being blown.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm telling you, once again, if you're scared,
No,
not you. I'm saying in general.
Actually,
Listen,
I love it.
we're live right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are watching this. If y'all home, if y'all scared too, you could go to the church and get a tambourine, or you can go put fringes on the bottom of a t-shirt. You could join the conscious community, wear an unk, smoke weed, and eat your own semen. I don't know what the hell they're going to do. I'm never gonna let them live that down, ever. Every time I see sign that, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm done, yo.
I like you, sir. Get it from Colgate, a big bottle of Listerine.
Yo, I'm telling you, that's what the hell they need.
I wanted to mention this. I know this sounds crazy, but yesterday when I thought it was Monday, I walked from here to Queens, and when I'm on the Queens Bridge, I know it wasn't a drone. 2 UFOs, or either that or a military airplane shaped like a UFO was following me.
Listen, could be, brother.
And it wasn't a drone. I can tell because I seen a UFO before.
I hear you. Listen, I've seen a bunch of them too, but I call them IFOs because I know exactly what the hell they are. But once again, I want to get back on topic, y'all. All right. So now we're talking about all these different families that all married into the Stewards, the Douglases, and every single one of them having to do with what? Being dark-skinned in complexion. Now, notable in his genealogy are the relative frequent marriages between the royal Stewart family, which regarded itself as being Jewish ancestry, marrying the cousins of the same Douglas, which was known as dark strangers or dark-skinned, and alliances with other families to have been of Jewish descent. For instance, the Forbes, Hay, and Lyon families. You understand? So now, once again, we might also draw attention to the perpetuation of the Greek name George, drawn from the orbit of the late antiquity of the Byzantine world. Once again, why? Because we came from the Byzantine, which is why we adopted those things from Byzantium. Now, this is the Gordon family. As with other families, we have studied the Gordon portraits to show them to be dark-skinned with Mediterranean features. It's going to say the same thing. You understand? It says, who openly practiced Judaism in England during the 1700s. Come on, man. So now, last thing I'm going to read on the Stuart family, it says the Stuarts descend from Dal of Brittany, France. They came from England with William the Conqueror. Walter the Steward came to Scotland with David I. Walter was created Steward of Scotland and given estates in Renshire and East Lothian. James V, High Steward, swore featly to Edley I of England, but later joined with William Wallace. Why is it mentioning all these names? These are all their allies, all their family members. Right. William Wallace, the same one that you read about in Braveheart, was also a black man. Right. You understand? Very simple. You understand? You want to know who their enemies were? That was the Roman Catholic Church, who we know had been taken over by devils since 1453. Now we jump out 200 years into the 1600s. You understand? And you see the same thing, the same battle going on between Jacob and Esau, man. You understand? Good?
What's it called? Like, okay, so, like, one thing I do, what's it called? Like, how do you, like, when it comes to, like, trying to figure out who's who and what's what, like, what's the best way? Like, how many sources would you need in order for you to know everything I'm saying is actually factual?
I mean, if you go according to scholastic standpoints, 3, you understand? But once again, you could fit the pieces of the puzzle together. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just pulled out 4 sources. Right. You know what I'm saying? When Scotland was Jewish, Nature Knows No Color line, Lee Cummings' book, and the other one online. You understand? The British Isles and all that. So you know what I'm saying? Like, what you could start to see is, like, for example, even if I didn't see that image of Constantine, but I found those images of his descendants being black, what could Constantine only be? Right. A brother. You get what I'm saying? So you got to fit the pieces to the puzzles in together yourself. You get what I'm saying? You got your hand up first?
Yeah, England, also known as Angland. You look back on the etymology, you see Ang means a black bull. It's a little subliminal, like you said, you put the pieces together. It's interesting.
You understand?
How they depict it as a black bull, I don't know why.
We'll get back to it. But now, in the meantime, there's a couple other things that I want to get into. I want to get into more of King James's life. Now, we know about his family. We know how they came in rulership. We know they were brothers. You understand?